Gin Bloodborn was conceived on a night of a lunar eclipse. Upon his birth, his mother passed away, leaving his father to raise him. Over time, Gin showed an amazing aptitude for cultivation. At age 5, the young boy broke through to the key realm. His cultivation was beyond imagination. However, Jin's father began to fear his son. There was something wrong with him. An evil presence hung around him, like the very air they breathed. Years passed, and Gin broke all barriers that stood in his way. Then, at age 16, he reached the peak of the Golden Core realm, half a step away from becoming a deity. However, 7 masters of the Golden Core realm stepped forward to oppose Gin. They feared him, feared the darkness that filled the air, that corrupted him. A battle that shook the heavens followed. In the end, Gin fell, his cultivation crippled. Of the 7 masters, 4 had fallen. Before the final blow was struck, Gin used an ancient item known as the Starborn to open a rift in space. He then fell in. 2,000 years have passed, and Gin awakens in the arms of a horrifying being. Horns protruding atop its head, heat radiated from its very being. Gin knew this was a demon. The demon made him an offer, Jin's firstborn, to fix his broken cultivation. Gin agreed. 2 years later, Gin joins the Tayo sect with 2 main goals in mind: regain his full strength and destroy those who broke him. Year 245 of the Tian Kang era, December, the Tai sect, which had established itself near Mount Full Moon, was suddenly invaded by enemies. Although the sect leader had performed a breakthrough into the Golden Core right before the battle, they ambushed him with the Dragon Killer formation as he was in pursuit. This became his undoing. That night, almost the entire Tai sect was massacred. Only a handful of outer disciples managed to escape the mountain with the help of an elder. For several days you hid during the day and traveled at night, finally arriving at a secluded ravine. As you were about to relax, a light of teleportation suddenly struck, showing the contour of a cultivator. This cultivator was a friend of their old sect leader in the Tayo sect. When the Tayo sect was attacked, he had promised the Soul sect leader that he would go protect those who made it out alive. Gin and Soul King made a bonfire. They needed it to stay warm. Gin longs for the days when he no longer needs such things. Gin wants to be on the pinnacle of his strength once more. He wants to be above others, stronger. His ambition is great. Gin and Soul began chopping down trees. They needed the lumber for their house. The first part of the house was nearly complete, with Jin's room being a little bit bigger than Soul's. Nighttime had fell, and the house was still uncompleted, so Gin and Soul were forced to sleep on the ground. It was day 2, 5 o'clock in the morning. Gin and Soul began their training before they would get the work done for the day. It was time to finish up the house. At the start of day 3, yet again both Gin and Soul began their training. They have got to become stronger in order to survive in this world, and Gin knows a time will come where those who once stopped him will reappear again. Gin and Soul are exhausted. They've cut out a lot of trees in the surrounding area, the lumber needed for many projects to come. Much work has gone on as Gin and Soul have brought together a beautiful looking home, the start of a sect. Now during that time, Zhu joined them. It is now day 13, and the mysterious cultivator is leaving. We say goodbye to him and never see him again. The sect has grown tremendously, and now it is time for Gin to break through to the next realm. Just like all those many years ago, Jin has finally broken through to the key realm. As expected, Gin Bloodborn is now the sect leader, and the sect's name is Bloodborn Valley.